Hi there, this is Sean, the Honest Book Reviewer. In this video, I want to talk about a book haul that I had recently at a charity book sale. Now this charity book sale was for a great charity and they sell books very cheaply. Paperbacks are $1 and hardcovers are $2, but all money raised goes to a great cause and helps a lot of people. And they have this charity book sale twice a year. During COVID times, of course, they couldn't have it, so it's great to be able to get back there and just go through all those books and buy as many books as you want to. And some years I've bought quite a lot. This year I think I bought somewhere between maybe 50 to 70 books, maybe a little bit more. But when you're buying books for $1 or $2 each, it's a great way to explore new authors and sometimes find books you've been looking for quite some time. But let's have a look at some of the books that I did buy at this charity book sale. I'm going to get a bit fanboy over two books that I did buy from the book sale. Two from the X-Files universe, Goblins and Whirlwind. I'm looking forward to reading both of these very much, and I'll definitely have a video up on my channel for each one. And I'm just hoping I can find more X-Files books. I don't think there were many ever published, but I do want to read them all. I also found a couple of books from the CSI universe. This is from CSI itself, the main show, the original. And also found one from the CSI Miami universe. I'm really looking forward to reading these because I just think they'll be great reads. They'll be very interesting to see how the characters and the investigations come into the pages. I want to see how it's written because I have watched quite a few of the TV shows and I just want to see if it's similar and if it's more detailed in the books. Now, this next book I thought was an amazing find, and it's what one of my favourite movies of all time is based on. I can't believe that I didn't know it was a book first. I never knew that, and I'm so glad I found this. It's Sleeping with the Enemy. I love the movie very much, and I'm so looking forward to reading this book. I've got to bring it forward in my reading list because I just want to see how good this book is and what's better, the movie or the book. Now at the book sale this time, I came across a lot of fantasy fiction that I was just dying to buy. And you don't find a lot of fantasy fiction at this charity book sale. Most of them are more thrillers and mysteries and crime novels and some general fiction there as well. There are some non-fiction books there as well, quite a bit. There's autobiographies and biographies and there's other non-fiction titles as well. But with fiction, it tends to be more around your mysteries and your crime and your thrillers, more than fantasy and sci-fi and horror. But I'm so glad I found this series, and I found all three in the series, and it's an author in fantasy that I've liked for many years, Robin Hobb. And I do like her trilogies, and I'm so glad I found these three. It's the Fitz and the Fool trilogy, and I found all three books, and I just love the covers. I thought the covers were really special. So we have Fool's Assassin, and I just love the cover. Fool's Quest. Again, I think the cover's very special, but I think the third book has my favourite cover of all. It's called Assassin's Fate, and I really like this cover. It just really wants to draw me into it, and I'm really looking forward to reading this trilogy, but I'm going to go back and read all the books in this world from the beginning. It's going to take me a long time to get to this trilogy, but I'm so glad I picked up each of the books for $1 each. Another book I picked up is by another one of my favourite authors in fantasy, David Eddings. And I had this book on many years ago and I gave it away to somebody and I never got it back. It's been lost, I think. So I'm glad I found another copy of it because I was putting this on reserve at the library and it's been on reserve for quite a long time. I do want to read it again. Here it is, Balgrath the Sorcerer. So for fans of David Eddings, you'll know that he wrote this book and then he wrote Polgera the Sorceress as well. So I've got that one on hold still at the library. I did have a copy of that as well, a hardcover, and that's been lost as well. So I did have a hardcover of both Balgrath the Sorcerer and Polgera the Sorceress, and they've all been lost. But I'm hoping to get them all again, and I want to go through all that series again because I do love the characters. I love David Eddings' series, and especially the series that around this world. I just love those books so much. They're books I read as I was a teenager, and I just want to get back and read them again. So I don't know if a lot of people out there are Catherine Kerr fans, but I found books 1 to 6 of a series from Catherine Kerr at this book sale. I had to snap them all up. Some are hardcovers, some are paperbacks, but I just like Catherine Kerr, and these covers are so enchanting, or some of them are anyway. So the first one, I just love that cover. Just a really great cover. I love the image of the dragon on there as well. And that's book 2. And again, I really enjoy this cover, and I'm itching to read this series, really am. But it's very hard to put all of them in my reading list because I'm just like a bowerbird and I want to read all different books at once. Book 3, still an interesting cover, not as good as the first 2, so I think the covers are getting a little bit less interesting as they go on. Book 4, the cover's a little bit more exciting than book 3. Book 5, the covers are getting a little bit ordinary now, but I still want to read this. And book 6. This is probably the least favourite cover out of the books 1 to 6, but I'm so looking forward to reading this series. I do like Catherine Kerr, but it's not the only Catherine Kerr books I managed to get at the sale. I got Daggerspell from Catherine Kerr as well, and I also got this one, A Time for Justice. So all up, I managed to get 8 books from Catherine Kerr at the book sale. Another author I've been meaning to read is Naomi Novik, and her series based around Temeraire. I found some books there at the book sale, but this is where I got just a little bit clever and checked the library app just to see what books were at the library, and I picked up the books from the series that weren't at the library at this time. So I picked up these 2 books, Tongues of Serpents, and this one, Temeraire, Throne of Jade. And the other books in the series in this world I'll get from the library, and I've got some of them already from the library, so I have to read them all, and I'll do a video on each one. But I'm looking forward to this series very much. And I also found Patrick Tilley's series, The Amtrak Wars, at this book sale. They all weren't there, but I picked up some that were, and the others I will get from the library, because the library has them as well. But I just picked up here book 2, and book 4 and 5. And I'm looking forward to this series. It's a great sci-fi series. I'm just looking forward to reading all through the series. And of course, I'll do a video on each one. So there you have some of the books I picked up at the last charity book sale I went to. So I did go a little bit differently at this sale than I normally do. At previous times, I just grab everything that I found that I wanted. I'm just trying to be a bit more careful these days and utilise the library as much as possible. So I think, why not? The libraries are there to use, and the libraries get more funding the more people read their books. So by borrowing books from the library, you're actually helping the library demand more funding and secure more funding. It's quite important, I think, the more people use the library. And libraries are great spaces. They're not just there for books anymore. And when I go there, I'm there just for books mainly. But when I go there, I see the library be used for so many different services and by different people at all different age groups. So the more you can patronise your libraries, the more they'll stay open and get funding. Especially in my country where I am, it's very important that those libraries stay funded and stay open, because they are a great resource and a great way for people to meet other people. They're a great way for people just to get that access to things if they need it. So I think supporting libraries is very important. On my channel, I have reviews from all different books in all different genres. I will do a review of all the books I mentioned in this video at some stage when I get through those reads. If you're interested in any of the books that I mentioned in this video, check out my channel and subscribe so you don't miss out when those book reviews become available.